Live from San Antonio, Mike Taylor.
Oh, man. And we're back. How you boys doing? See, it's that final day of the work week. 2 weeks in, boys. 2 weeks doing our own thing, and we've eaten most of the time. Welcome in here, it's Taylor. Wembanyama has practiced for the first time with the Spurs.
Come on now, Spurs!
Victor Wembanyama. Did y'all see the picture that they published of him without a shirt?
No.
Man,
I need to Google that immediately.
It's not Manute Bol, but it's not King Kong Bundy neither, boy.
It's not Dwayne The Rock
He's
Johnson.
a thin young man. Victor Wembanyama, the new sensation, practiced with the Spurs for the first time yesterday. And we didn't hear from him. They kept him incommunicado. But I read in the paper this morning that he is going to talk to the media folks today after practice, so that'll be cool. Malachi Branham's reaction to practicing with Wemby for the first time sounded like something I would have said. He's got some big-ass feet. Branham expressed shock and awe over the size of Wemby's feet and the length of his fingers.
Didn't we determine, though, that his feet actually aren't as proportional to the rest of his body?
He's got a 20.5 foot size. That's massive.
That's huge.
Shaq's was 22.
Right. So it's still a little small for someone.
But it's still top 10 ever, I think.
Sure.
It's up. I mean, it's top 5 ever,
Gotta
probably.
be.
Yeah, of all humans in the NBA. So he'll practice again today. He'll talk to the media, so that'll be cool. We'll get this chance to see what he says. Like anything, this has got a lot of sea legs with me, just kind of covering what he does on a daily basis. Keeping up with him, writing about him and such. But it'll run its course, and we'll get into training camp in a month. He will be in Vegas next week, and they're going to televise the Spurs games. Y'all going to watch? I probably will.
Oh, yeah.
Got to.
No question.
He's not going to play.
Not just because of Wemby, either.
Well, okay, you're different. You watch that shit every year.
I want to see what Malachi Branham looks like this summer.
It's funny you mentioned that because his development right now, don't take this the wrong way, Wembanyama's the cornerstone player. But
of course.
He's just a rookie, and he's 19 years old. He's still just getting used to living in Texas. Malachi Branham's development this summer is way more important than Wembanyama's.
Yes, absolutely agree. Yeah. Along with a couple other names on the back end of that roster to see if they have anything moving forward. Because, again, we're at the point now where it doesn't matter what you did for the Spurs the last 2 seasons on a roster that didn't have Wembanyama. Now it's all about how do you fit around Victor.
Right.
How does Malachi Branham fit around Victor? How do they play together? What is that role going to be moving forward? Because if you determine now that he is not going to be a fit or is an asset that you can use to get someone that's a better fit, you pull the trigger. That's where we're at.
The Spurs Summer League team has been put into the hands of something called Matt Nielsen. He is the first-year Summer League coach.
Isn't that the dude that was over in Austin for a while?
Sure.
I think he was on
Probably
the bench
because
in
they just hired a whole new coaching staff in Austin, so whoever was there is no longer there. So if you tell me Nielsen was on that Austin staff, I'll believe you.
I feel like that's right.
He's an Aussie. So with Pop's guidance and this Australian named Matt Nielsen.
Damn, he's 6'10".
Well, good. Wemby will relate to him.
Oh, that's the same Matt Nielsen that played at St. Mary.
Sure.
Played at the old West Coast Conference game.
Sure. Thank you. Vic just donated $5 on Super Chat. Thank you, Holmes.
Oh, no, that's St. Mary's in Australia. That's a different Australia. Yeah, he was the head
different
coach.
Australia?
He was the assistant in Austin for a year and then the head coach in Austin 2 years ago.
Off they go. I'll watch the 2 games on ESPN. So with, I'm sure Pop will be on the phone with Nielsen because you talk about inheriting a brand new shiny car, boy. Hey, Matt, you're the new head coach of the team for the Summer League. There's a hell of a lot of responsibility in and of itself, just that. Oh, by the way, we've got Victor Wembanyama. Yeah. So take care of him for us there for a week or so.
Yeah, you imagine if Wemby rolls an ankle, this Matt Nielsen dude's never going to live it down because it will be his fault.
Fucker, why are we having him on the floor?
Why is he on the court? It's the second quarter of an 8-point game. Why is he even out there,
Fire
Matt?
his ass.
Get your ass out of here.
They'll observe, they'll listen, they'll learn from Wemby, they'll manage him and perhaps even get a little tough on him at times. It'll be cool, but whatever they do, just because it's the Spurs and because they want to take it easy with Vic, I don't know what to call it. Wemby, Vic, B-Dub, Wembanyama.
Wemby feels like
Wemby's the best.
Well, that's what everyone's going to call him.
Forever.
It feels like we need to have something a little more creative.
I agree because
and locally creative.
Yeah, when he's 30, Wemby. What kind of Hi, I'm Wemby. I'm 30.
It's like a kid that goes by Alfie at 12 years old and still goes by it at 32.
I went to school at Fort Worth Arlington Heights High School, proud alma mater of Lee Harvey Oswald and me. I went to school with a guy up there. His name was Corby.
Tom Vandergriff, I think.
The great Tom Vandergriff, the great Tom Schieffer, the great John Denver, who was John Deutschendorfer at the time.
There you go.
The great Tariq Woolen.
There we go. A little more modern reference.
Sure. Sean Robinson. He went there. Okay, sure. And Mike fucking Taylor.
There we go.
I went to school with a kid named Corby, and he wanted to go to law school. And while he was still in school, his parents allowed him, when he turned 18 our senior year, he went and legally had his first name changed to Carter.
That's probably a good idea.
He wanted to go to law
That's
school.
A good idea.
Like, are you going to hire a lawyer named Corby? No.
Do you want your life in the hands of some D named Corby?
No. So I'm cool with
anything that ends in a Y or an IE. I'm out.
Yeah. 15, it's funny.
Even 15, you're catching
it's
shit.
Cute. At 15, it's kind of goofy. But at 20, no, fuck no. So at some point, we should give Wembanyama another nickname, organically, of course. And as we've already said, they have other players they're sending to Vegas and Sacramento too. Wembanyama won't play in the Sacramento games that they need to develop right now too, and that are on a faster pace than Wembanyama. A little bit more pressing for guys like that because the kid's here to stay. These kids, if they're going to have a future with the Spurs, they need to figure that out now.
Oh, this is their showcase.
Sure, and the Spurs will take a pragmatic approach with Wemby, but they're going to coach hard with these other guys. My two favorite players are back in the news as we get ready for NBA free agency begins at 5 o'clock today, our time.
5 o'clock Central.
My two favorite players in the NBA, Kyrie Irving and Jimmy Harden. Still not ready to take a knee on the cancerous sons of bitches that are those two, are you?
I mean, what?
Where are we at with Jimmy Harden?
Both of they
get ready to go. How
Jimmy Harden is a 33-year-old former MVP,
who's won jack fucking shit, and they're going to trade him again because they don't want him.
Consistently came up flat in the front in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
That has never been my defense of James Harden has never included telling you how clutch he is when it matters most in the postseason. It's been purely based on the fact that he is a all-time great offensive player, especially when it comes to efficiency, and that's why he won an MVP. He's a guy that you still want on your team.
No, you don't.
To win regular season games.
But that ain't why I don't care about that.
But if you have a team where you have another guy or two that can be clutch in the postseason, he's a guy at this point in his career, he's like a third pitcher in a rotation. He's not the guy you're going to throw out there in a game 5 or a game 7, but he's a guy that you need to eat 200 innings through a 162 game season.
He wasn't the guy in Philadelphia last year.
What are you talking about? He led the league in assists and led to Embiid getting the MVP. That's what I'm saying.
Embiid's team. They didn't go
he's a regular season player at this point.
And
Kyrie is a whole nother conversation.
Harden's different because Harden eventually they're like, we're done with our third pitcher in the rotation. Let's trade his ass.
Well, this one is Harden
so you're telling me
wanting
he's Rick
to
Russell.
leave.
He's Rick Russell.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not an ace or even a number 2. He's Rick Russell.
Y'all
remember Rick Russell?
Yes. Yeah. Esteban Loaiza.
He's Jeremy Affeldt.
There you go. A little local tie-in. Real quick
What's up to Jeremy Affeldt? Bernie's own.
Before we talk about a little free agency, we mentioned Malachi Branham. Don't forget about Blake Wesley as well, the other first-round pick from last year. That's a huge summer, as well as getting our first look not only at Vic, but Sidi Sissoko, too. He'll be playing Summer League as well, the second-round pick out of France. It's going to be, if you're wanting to see, and I guess you can include Dominic Barlow in that group as well. He was on the roster last year and will play Summer League again. I mean, those are all guys that are 21 and under that are under contract for multiple years into the future. I mean, you're getting your first glimpse at the developmental leaps, if there are any, of the former first-round draft picks from last year.
It's a big summer league for me, too.
How so?
I got to learn the goddamn roster.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm back on board.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's Dominic Barlow?
Right, yeah, I mean,
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm just sitting
exactly.
here listening to Puma, just shaking my head like I'm following him.
yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's the kid. We talked about him a little bit. He's the kid that went the overtime elite route, the same route
played
that
for
the
the
Thompson
Packers?
twins. He damn sure
You
did.
damn
Mike.
sure did
He
play for
played-
the Packers. Dominic Barlow. He led the league in rushing in '87.
3 people get that reference.
I don't care.
So that's funny.
Next week is also beginning a big summer for Team Taylor. You know, I'm a professional writer now. I have to cover the Spurs 4 days a week.
It's going to take me a while to get used to it. It's going to take me a while. Ooh, that was a short one.
It's been all Wembanyama all week. I'm just focusing on him. I'm not going to write about Dominic Barlow. If he makes the 15-man on opening day, cool. I'll learn about it.
Let me ghostwrite one of your points just about the summer league roster.
You should ghostwrite
I will.
for me.
I'll ghostwrite a summer league point for you.
All right, I'm not bullshitting.
And we'll hit on 4 players to look at.
They don't care. They just want my name. They want
Yeah,
my
just
name
throw
on the
your
byline.
name on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're not watching this.
I'll give you $5.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, you'll give me 3 and tell me to be happy.
I'll buy you some smokes.
That works.
That's more
That's
than
way
$5.
more. That's twice as much as you offered, plus some.
All right, y'all. It's Taylor Live. It's Friday. It's the 30th of June in this crazy world we all live in called 2K23. I have a couple of major announcements that I need to make right now. You boys don't get scared. Don't get scared. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. We used to fuck kids like that in the can.
Okay, good.
In the ass we fuck.
You got to
One of the most shocking movie lines ever.
Yeah.
The Billy Bat scene.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. You motherfucker. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous. And we used to fuck kids like that in the ass in the can. We fucked them in the ass. I like how for gangsters it's perfectly great to fuck dudes in the ass in prison.
Hey, that's just a rite of passage.
Yeah, that's what
I mean,
you do.
know it's what you signed up for.
But on the outside, oh my God, you never do that. It's gross, you know. It's just a strange dichotomy with prisoners.
Quite odd.
By the way, let's treat our Texas prisoners correctly, damn it. I read in the New York Times where you got guys dropping over from heat stroke in prisons all over the state because of this heat wave because they don't have central heat and air. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't,
anyway,
I don't see
didn't
how
mean to get
that
off
is.
on that. You fucked him in the ass. I mean, the can, we fucked him. Sorry, LG. But you look nervous. You know what? Oh, no, it's not. He looks nervous. He shaved his stash. Where's your mustache? Holy. Yeah. He shaved his mustache.
Different. I knew there was something.
I looked over and he's looking at me weird. He's not looking at me weird. He just doesn't have a mustache.
I trimmed up all this, but I think the stash is going to live longer than me at this point.
I liked your stash. I liked your Fu Manchu.
It'll grow back.
Your pandemic panic.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
Great, yeah.
By the way, did y'all know that there's a Facebook page that covers us?
Yes.
Yeah, we're members of
I forgot about that.
How are you?
I'm not a member because I never see it on my timeline. My buddy Rudy sent me something that he was
Why
reading
are you
on
not
there
a
the other
member
day.
of your
Or maybe
own
my brother.
fan group?
That's for the people.
No, it's for us to interact with said people.
I need to get on there.
Yeah,
then.
it's probably good.
Okay, I do. But they've got the photo they use on the Thunderdome Facebook page is the picture we took when we went out to the ranch. I'll get to the announcements in a minute.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This is called keep them on the edge of the sea. They use remember Lawrence in the cowboy hat with the Texas flag shirt. Remember that bit?
That
and he
was
had
greatness.
the hair flowing.
That was great.
That's the one they're rolling with. God dang.
We did the slow walk
Yeah.
through the pasture.
Next time you go home to Bali, you need to wear that. Wear that. You're gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, at minimal, it's a conversation starter, and then it depends on what you do with that opportunity.
Maybe for just a bit I would do it, but I'm not going to just rock that.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, but it was amazing.
It was pretty. I
It
mean,
was amazing.
You would look like a deep pocketed Texas oil investor.
I'm pretty sure I gave that shirt back to Fox
that's
News Dave, by the way. So, yeah.
Well, we know where he lives. We can go get it again. All right, I've got announcements. Sorry, and then we'll get back to business. All right, this is business. This is a big deal. I'm super delighted, super happy. We have 2 more major supporters of this show now on board officially.
I need to get the Spike Lee drop on my drop machine.
So
now.
kick ass. And there's announcement number 1. I would like to introduce Can we get that on camera possibly without messing up the whole production?
I think I can.
Okay, right there. Flash. Okay, you got a camera there. Okay, cool.
Right.
That's really simple looking. I thought it would be a big
pretty
box.
easy.
Yeah,
No.
dude, you should have a ball with that. And it's got multiple pages on it too, right?
I think LG told me it's practically endless.
That right there is Sam Freeze's new toy.
Come on now, Spurs!
It's just like it's a big summer for Malachi Branham. It's a big time for you. You need to learn that thing inside now. He's got a
Do
new
you
toy.
understand how much fun I'm going to have
my
this weekend? Like,
So we now have. Hold that back up. I'm going to introduce this to the show. This has become a new partner of the radio show here. Introducing.
I'm going to.
Okay. He's doing it for
It's
dramatic.
Dramatic reveal. Yes.
Space Odyssey.
I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thunderdome. I introduce to you the Shannon and Hal Elgato Stream Deck XL. It has arrived and it is Gucci. That's what it's called.
Is that?
I'm not shitting you. It's called the Elgato Stream Deck.
You're shitting me.
How great is that? It's now the Elgato.
the cat.
That's the cat. That's the cat. I know. Walk off. Leave on a high. Whack off. End on a high. Whack off. Whack on. End on a high. So I want to thank Shannon and Hal, two fine Thunderdomers who Shannon reached out to me yesterday. She's the lady that won all of the damn raffle prizes at the barbecue this year.
Oh, the golfers. Yeah.
Yeah, she and her husband Hal, longtime Thunderdomers, they're getting ready to head to Liverpool for the British Open. That's kick ass.
That's pretty fun.
And they're going to send us some pictures that will allow us to put up on the show while they're there.
Oh, maybe we could even get some video of a
That'd be great.
Scoreboard update
That'd
we
be
could
cool.
run on the show.
Y'all send us send Puma the golf. Send me the scene from the pub.
Yeah, send me the golf.
Send me some fun stuff. We'll put up on the show.
I want to see that course.
Shannon and Hal, fine Thunderdomers, they wanted to reach out and purchase our new drop machine. Puma's got a baby. Y'all been bitching these 2 weeks. We've re-imaged, we've rebranded, we have redone this show. A lot of y'all are like, we missed the drops. Well, again, we're a 3-man crew. We're a small band here, and it takes us a minute. And we had Shannon and Hal buy us the Elgato Stream Deck XL. We'll just call it the cat. Or I like Elgato.
Yeah,
the Spanish version.
Yeah.
So that right there is the new Shannon and Hal Elgato. That's what that is. It is here. So that's kick-ass. All right, announcement number 2. I want to give a shout-out to Kevin Ronaldo and his partners at the Ringer Pub. We did a show at the Ringer Pub a couple of months ago. And the Ringer has gotten in bed with us. They've decided to partner with little old Mike Taylor Live on YouTube and Spotify. Okay. That must be one of the generic drops that came with the machine. Get that shit off there.
I got all weekend to play with
We need to get real organic drops on there. Oh, my God.
Just keep going.
Okay. I'm just going to keep going. Fight
Head
through
down,
him.
plow
All right,
through.
I'm plowing. I'm not going to look at you. Good God. So the Ringer Pub over off of Thousand Oaks and Jones Maltzberger has hired us. You know, we're going to be doing Cowboys Overreact all season coming up this fall, starting with week 1. And which after every Cowboys game, this show will come on the air and we'll talk Cowboys for an hour or so. We're going to be doing 4 different Cowboy games this year at the Ringer. And in addition to the 4 Cowboy postgame shows we're going to do at the Ringer Pub, Thousand Oaks and Jones Maltzberger, we're also going to have 4 Spurs watch parties out there at night.
Very nice.
Yeah, now we've not determined which games yet. I'm letting them figure that out, and that's their baby. And so as we get closer to the start of the Spurs season, they're going to reach out and let us know. This won't be a show. It's just going to be come hang out and drink some beers and watch the game with us. And I'm hoping that by the time we get to the NBA season, LG, we'll have some swag ready to pass out for members and subscribers. Cool?
I'm hoping so too, yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'm working on that.
Yeah. No, I'm hoping so too, Mike.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For more, here's the sales department. I'm working on that. Okay, I'm working on that. So definitely 4 Cowboys games and 4 Spurs watch parties TBD. As far as the Cowboys games, I can already tell you boys which ones we're doing. So I will tell you this: we're also going to be at the Ringer on August the 18th. for a back-to-school show dedicated to teachers having to go back to school that week. That Friday is the week that school starts, and teachers are going to be beaten down having to go back to work, and so we're going to have a cool party for teachers on the 18th. But the Cowboys games we're going to do one in each month: September the 17th,
Hold on,
October the 1st, November the 5th, and December 17th. Once a month. What?
that teacher
Oh my God!
back to school event. That's going to be 10 times more wild than any of these Cowboys overreact.
These beaten down teachers.
The week before they have to go back and play babysitter for 8 months.
Yep.
That has potential to be explosive in many different directions.
Yep. So there it is. Thank you
Actually,
so much.
I believe it's the week. It's the Friday of the first week.
Oh,
that they're
even
back.
better.
Right.
So
No,
they've been back a week.
It's the end of the first week.
Oh, even better.
Yeah,
So
totally beaten down. Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
that's not till August. We'll hype it as we get closer, and
Sure.
then we'll hype all the Cowboys games that we're going to do in each month of the coming season: September, October, November, December. All right, cool. So thank you guys so much to all that. I appreciate that very much, to the partners, the people that have gotten them on board with our program, keeping Puma's cigarette habit rolling fine. Speaking of, our new guy that we just got up and rolling yesterday, Hank the Realtor. Shout out to Hank. Hank. Call Hank. Go Hank. Go Hank. I can see the TV commercials. Go Hank.
It does feel like a very, like a big iron, like a Marty Robbins song.
Yeah. So it's our
Call
guy.
Hank.
The new, we just debuted him yesterday, the new official realtor of Thunderdome is Hank Pettis at Vortex Realty. And he's a dude that right now is in the market to help people sell a house, right? And there's a shortage of homes all over the area right now to buy. So if you've been thinking about selling your place, taking advantage of the market, call our guy Hank. Call Hank. Hank Perez. Hank Pettis. Some people say Perez. Some of y'all say Pettis. My mama would say Pettis. Call Hank from Vortex Realty. Get a free market analysis and find out what your property is worth if you're thinking about selling your home. Give him a call and just figure out what your house is worth, and then make your mind up from there. Maybe you got a neighbor a buddy who's selling, and they want to find out what property could, what their place could probably fetch on the market. Call Hank. Maybe your parents are getting older. Maybe you want to find out what your old homestead is worth. So call Hank. Maybe you got some ranch land, some farmland out in the hill country or something, and you want to find out the value of that. Absolutely no obligations, Thunderdome. Hank's Thunderdome, too. He's going to shoot you straight. So just call Hank. Text Hank your address for free comps on your property. He can look it up. The number for Hank, 210, of course. Got an easy number to remember. It's 300-1121. Again, it's 300-1121. It's Hank at Vortex Realty. He is in Bernie's own, Hank Perez. All right. Call Hank at that number on the screen and get the comps on your property.
You ever met anybody that reads phone numbers differently than you're used to? Like, I had a buddy that would read, so like Hank's number, what was it, 1121 at the end?
Yeah.
So I had a buddy that would read it, literally go 300-112-1.
Okay.
And it would always throw me off.
Oddball.
Yeah, because it's not the cadence you're used to.
Right. Do you boys ever I'm beaten down by, and this I'm going to piss off a lot of people here. I say 210. A lot of people say 210. I don't know why, but that chaps my ass. I don't know why. It's me.
It's 210.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of people.
210.
You'll see commercials.
I'm going to say that now.
Like commercial broadcasters will say 210.
Yeah.
Because I guess it goes quicker.
It's less syllables.
I like 210, baby.
Yeah, that feels
Gangsters
more
don't
personal.
rep the 210.
No.
They rep the 210.
That doesn't quite sound the same on underneath the track or on top of the track.
All right, so muchas gracias to all of our partners, man. This is a fledgling show, and we'll keep back doing this every day and 5 days a week. Is
that
help.
was nice.
We're like PBS. Look at Puma.
Just
Just play them all. Just get it out of your system.
No, I'm not. The GOAT one has come in handy because we've had a couple farm references already today. I want to hear what this one sounds like.
What's it labeled?
Charmed.
Okay, so the Hank and Shannon El Gato comes with a bunch of pre-programmed drops. which I'm sure you'll
which
delete
we won't need
most.
starting Monday.
Yeah, because we're going to spend the weekend replacing them, hopefully.
Correct.
And have it ready to roll by Monday. All right, I mentioned training camp and the NFL. I am pretty excited. I'm going to talk a little football. Did you see Micah Parsons' analogy? He wants Jerry World to be like a safari.
Micah Parsons looked good again.
There's a drop that we could always bring back. I want to bring back the legendary ones, but also I want to have some new ones
We don't
that
need
organically get put in.
Yeah, we're not going to recreate or we're not going to fake any of the one. We're building something new with them.
Okay, but some of them are legendary.
Yeah,
Let me see those Tiggo bitties.
Yeah.
You don't want to redo that?
Well, it feels like
I could just revoice them.
It feels like you just say that enough. We don't need a drop of it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think there needs to be some new gold to come out of all this. But like the ones that are, obviously like the OJ, hello Twitter world, like those we can
pretty good.
We can pull those.
Okay.
Like we don't have to recreate that.
Yeah.
He literally says that at the beginning of every Twitter video he does.
Hello Twitter world, yours truly.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Like we can do that easy.
All right, I'll tweet out what it looks like here in a minute.
There we
Stuff
go.
like that. Yeah, I'll
You
just
say
do them
that all
live.
the time,
Yeah, I do. All right, so no, Micah Parsons, the pride and butter of the Cowboys defense. We're almost to July, boys. Training camp's around the fucking corner.
That's pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly approaching.
So Micah talks a lot of shit, which is fine.
Yeah.
He backs it all up.
Kind of like it if you can back it up.
Back it up and love it and own it, and I love it. He was saying that he wants Jerry World to be like a safari. Not for fans, but for opposing offenses that come into Jerry World. He wants to lock down Jerry World and make sure they go 8-0 every year. Or 9-0 in the off year where they have the 9th home game, which the Cowboys do not this year, which is highly unfortunate. He was saying how, you see video of people on safari out in the savannas of Africa, and they'll drive up in the little Humvee or whatever, the Jeep, and there's lions there, and the lions just sit there and chill. They're not fazed at all by that. But if you get off the Jeep, your shit's done. You've seen all those videos. It's like, how the hell do these Jeeps drive right up to the lions? And the lions almost never do anything about the Jeep. But as soon as you get off that Jeep, bam, they pounce. That's the analogy he was using. Doesn't he have a big old lion tattooed on his body?
That's his. I mean, that's long been his nickname.
That's his bit. He's got like
the lion.
$1 million gold chain that's a lion's head. Again, just look, just keep sacking guys, making tackles, try and hold up and stay healthy, and be the predator lion in January. That's all I'm asking. Talk all the shit you want, back it up. I saw that today, and I thought it was funny. I wanted to mention it to you because you love Micah.
How close are we? I mean, obviously July is
26.
What, tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. July 26th is the first day of Oxnard.
Really?
Yeah, we're 27 days out.
Man, I guess I didn't realize it was in July. I was thinking it was first week of August.
Great.
That's even closer. That's 4 weeks away.
Wembanyama makes his debut. Baseball All-Star games around the corner. Training camp is about to get up and running. Super stoked.
Yeah. Trade deadline.
It's great time.
We'll know what the teams are going to look like.
And we have another handful of NFL players who have now been suspended, some for a year. Some have already been now released by their teams for gambling. Isn't it weird how all of a sudden now we got guys that are getting busted for gambling? Never before. When's the last time a guy got popped for gambling before Cam? Was it Kim? What was the wide receiver with the Falcons?
Ridley. Ridley, yeah.
We hadn't had very few guys have been caught for gambling in 25 years. All of a sudden now, the last 2 years.
You know why that is, though?
Because we're allowed, because it's legal now
for
everybody else, and so players don't know the rules.
No, the fact that it's legal now means there's regulation now, and they're
actually paying attention.
Correct, and there are traps set by the league to identify when players they. All of this is just a massive data grab of these individuals. Like now their locations are being tracked. If you're placing a sports bet, if the sports book has your information, they're sharing it with people that are kindly requesting to know what their employees are doing.
It makes you wonder if the NFL has not done enough to inform everybody of what's allowed.
I don't know what else you can do, though. I mean, like some of these are
Just don't
guys,
fucking play games don't do it in the locker room.
right. Well,
Don't do it in the sauna.
Right.
You can't go to FanDuel, dude. You play for the Colts. Sorry.
And you're sitting on in the team facility.
Yeah.
Even if you're betting on cricket halfway across the world.
They're all getting busted now all of a sudden.
And it's literally because of the mechanisms that the league developed alongside their billion-dollar corporate sponsors like FanDuel.
Yeah, I know.
That are literally saying, we'll sign this agreement with you as long as you flag every single time one of our players makes a bet with you.
The NFL is just
sure.
shoving gambling down everybody's faces now, and so, of course, a couple of players are getting popped. You have to think that there's been a rise in gambling, too, or gaming, just because half the country's a gamer now. By the way,
what is that? What do you mean, a gamer?
I don't know, dudes that sit around playing video games.
Oh, you're talking video game. Okay,
or whatever.
I thought we were talking gambling.
Well,
still,
I think it goes hand in hand. It's on your phone having fun. Gambling and gaming. I mean, playing poker for money. That's gaming, is it not?
It's a different style. I mean, like the guys. I don't think the guys that are doing Twitch streams of them playing Call of Duty are the same crossover of guys that are placing parlay bets on FanDuel. Well, I think that's two separate groups.
And now all these kids in the NFL, these NFL players the more older I get, they stay the same age. And so that's
how the league works.
They're doing this all day, and they're entertaining themselves in their phone. By the way, I've learned to accept gaming. I've given gamers shit a lot over the years. I have accepted it as a thing. It's no different from watching games, watching reality television, watching documentaries. It's fine.
It can be way more educational than some of those activities you just listed.
And what games have become are unbelievable, where they take literally months to finish.
Years.
That's how people get addicted, because it takes years to finish one damn game.
No, they don't finish games anymore. They release them unfinished and finish them like 2 years later.
As they play.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I have been...
And still charged the same.
It's a good word. Invective toward gamblers.
That's a fair word.
Gamers in the past. But I get it. It's fine. I accept it. I don't want to be the old man who doesn't get it. But like anything else, anything can be abused. And dudes sitting around spending 40 hours a week gaming.
Yeah, I mean, a dude sitting in Central Park playing chess for 12 hours a day is abusing gaming.
If you're not paying your light bill because you're playing chess... Then you have a problem. If you're paying your light bill, no problem.
And that's what this libertarian country used to be built on. I don't give a damn what you do with your free time.
You're happy.
Pay your bills, contribute to society, be a functioning member of our city, of our community, of our neighborhood. That's all I care about.
Was it years ago? I think it might have been Deadspin. Sorry, Deadspin. I don't want to throw you under the bus. I think it was. They had this expose. Charles Barkley spends all day, every day in the summer in the casinos in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I guess they had some asshole that worked for some casino had reported that Barkley lost $1 million over the course of a month because he went and basically rented a house in Vegas for a month just so he can game all day or gamble all day in the casino in the offseason. And so he actually was asked about this by some slapdick in the media. Hey, man, there's a report that says you lost $1 million this year gambling. And Barkley's like, yeah, I did. I had a bad year. Everything cool? Barkley's like, yeah. I also got paid $8.2 million by TNT.
So
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, you want to show me where your $7.2 million is? Because that's what I've still got left.
Right.
So
my light bill's paid. My baby mama's got their child support payments. I'm good.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's not a problem.
It's not a problem if you can afford it.
No one's being hurt.
Again, as long as you're taking care of central tenants.
Yes.
Who fucking cares?
And you're welcome, casinos, for all the money I just put into your pot. What else in the NFL? I'm getting ready for college football's around the corner. It's a great time to be a sportsman.
A sportsman.
Bet your ass.
That is so. That is not what they call it in the SEC.
No.
It's not a sportsman.
What do they call it?
I would think it's more tailgate fanatic or something along the line.
Sure.
I mean, sportsman feels like a guy who plays polo when it's not dressage season.
There's another thing in defense of the gamer. There's dickweeds in Mississippi and Louisiana and Alabama that spend 50 hours a week on college football chat sites.
Sure.
And neglecting their wives and kids. Same shit. Same
Or
stuff.
wait online at local radio stations for 3 hours just to say, I don't know what that Cal turd's talking about. I don't know why you keep having him on your fine program, Mr. Paul Feinbaum.
We need to do a better job of getting some of these other ball players in here. This ain't working out. I'm going to storm the campus with a pitchfork like we did up in Virginia. I'm going to be pissed if we don't win no game.
Poison all the trees and go to jail for a decade.
I beat the shit out of my 18-year-old daughter because she dumped one of the football players on the team and hurt his feelings. I kicked her ass out of the house.
But she was 18, so she'd been an adult in this state for 4 years.
All right, we'll wrap up football talk with smoking pot talk. Travis Kelce says, guesses 80% of all NFL players smoke pot, but they quit the week before the season when testing starts.
I think it's high, but not 80%.
Really?
4 out of 5? No.
Well, that's too bad because...
Think of all of the... I mean, that would literally mean 80... Do it by position. That would mean 24 of the 32 starting quarterbacks smoke weed. That's not true. I don't think so.
I see, but now that you're getting into a societal question. How many Americans out of 10 over 18 ingest THC in some form?
Don't we have
at least
this
recreational?
Data. It's like three or 4, 3.5, somewhere in there.
In 20 years, it'll be 5.
Because it's like I think we have I think it's like a third of the population that openly admits. And so then they predict there's probably another 10%, 5 to 10% that do it, but still won't say.
Kelce talks to everybody in the Chiefs' room, and he's just
maybe
taking
just
an
the
educated
Chiefs
guess.
are a bunch of stoners.
Well, there's the key to titles. I think it's unfortunate. Again, and I see that, though. Because the part that sticks out to me is, well, they just all quit the week before the season starts when the testing begins. That's too bad. They should be allowed to smoke pot all season long. Guys will hold up longer. It's good for you.
It wouldn't surprise me
exerting like that
if the NFL eventually does get because with the NBA just got there with the new CBA.
Yep.
But even before that, the NBA's rules were such a sham where you got tested 3 times from the beginning of training camp till the NBA until your team was eliminated in the playoffs or the end of the regular season.
Word.
And there would be a bunch of guys that would have 2 tests done in training camp and then 1 test done in the second month of the season, and then they knew they were clear for the rest of the year.
So stupid.
It's so
I'm so tired
arbitrary.
of this, I'm so tired of the stubbornness when it comes to marijuana. When half the states in the country have legalized it, Colorado, the Broncos can't smoke pot during the season in the middle of fucking Denver.
Seahawks can't.
It's insane.
Yeah, and it's not even just those states. I mean, doesn't New York State have some form of legalized now? Like it's
I don't know if it's
states you wouldn't expect.
New York has legalized recreational.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Dispensaries
So
in New York City now.
Yeah, that's Giants and Jets.
they gave the licenses to convicted marijuana criminals.
Yeah.
Chicago, the Bears can't smoke pot in the middle of the state of Illinois. It's insane. But yet the league will hand out these kids pills like candy.
Of course.
They'd hand out a penis-flavored lollipop before they would allow guys to use THC, and it makes no sense, and it's bullshit. All right, it's Taylor. We're on YouTube and Spotify. Please subscribe. Become a member. For just $6 a month, you can become a member. And we have threatened to do members-only programming, and we will as soon as we get to a certain number of members. We'll discuss off the air, as LG gave me a look to not mention anything like that till we get off the air. When we get to a certain number of members, we need to start doing members-only broadcasts as incentive to become a member. It's only $6 a month. And you can also leave us a voicemail, by the way. Or we need to make sure we're checking that a couple of times a week.
Yeah, I believe we only had one so far. So yeah,
this lady, he's playing. He got a new toy.
Hey, well, you said
I
mail.
want you to. I want you to. No, I want you to.
Thank you.
I want you to. I guarantee we get more people that are going to be like, fuck yeah. Oh, what the hell is that?
God.
What animal just got kicked?
You want to take a guess? Take a guess on what this one is named. Sounds like a dying rabbit.
Eagle?
Birds of Prey is what it's named.
Yeah, he just got shot with an arrow.
Sounds like an eagle giving a Grito.
Right. We might need to lower the level on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
No, we're just going to burn. We're going to get rid of that one.
All right. So you just want me to do old drops live just to do them for fun? on occasion.
I feel like that's a better because recreating. I mean,
all right.
The power of those drops is.
I feel like if we fake them, it takes away the magic of them.
Exactly.
The beauty of those drops is they're organic.
Correct.
These boys treat this shit like an art form.
Yes, there is an absolute art to the drops.
No, I agree.
There is absolutely an art form to running a show with drops. Absolutely.
Like anything can be abused.
I hear the train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend.
Oh, shit. That's so great.
No, it's about to get dangerous come Monday.
Look at that. Telemarketer while I'm on the air.
I'll give him an answer.
Doing a goddamn radio show. I mean, YouTube.
I mean... Listen, dog.
All right, here goes the live spot. I mean, here goes a little live drop. Ready? You know what? We're going to talk motherfucking baseball.
You didn't even do it right. You know what? Fuck this shit.
We're going to talk motherfucking baseball.
There it is. And then I can, wow.
Come on.
Yeah, seeing that, we can get Boogie on here easily. Because we're going to be boogieing a lot the rest of this summer.
Okay, well, this is your department.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm relying on you.
We're going to have the boogie come Monday because we're going to need it with a certain team having 4 starters in the All-Star game.
You tell your wife she's on her own Sunday, baby. I've got to work.
She's on her own starting at noon today. This is going to be an all-weekend endeavor.
All right, shout out to MacArthur's own Josh Jung, one of 4 Rangers that will start in the All-Star game. They've never had
Josh Jung.
Many. About that, man.
Pretty insane to think that they've never had
4?
Well, or even a rookie starter, a position starter.
No.
I mean,
pretty cool.
Hank Blaylock, that rookie year, he came in as a pinch hitter.
Backup.
Yeah, he was. But that was his rookie year when he had the double to win the game.
Fans are aware of the Rangers. Y'all are coming, y'all.
It's been a pretty fun season so far.
Yeah.
I'm
are you
still
finally
waiting.
willing to admit that they're good?
No,
right now, if they
because
don't make the playoffs, Bruce Bochy should be fired.
At this point,
yeah.
If they go 500 the rest of the season, they're a 90-win team.
That's insane.
That's insane.
They're amazing.
Dane Dunning is 4th in the AL in ERA this year. And the only reason he's in the rotation is because DeGrom got hurt.
DeGrom.
Dane Dunning has the best ERA of anyone in that rotation with 75 innings pitched minimum.
At least from this April through right now, this is the best infield in club history. In all the years that the Rangers have been a thing, they've never had a better infield than this, and they've had some good ones. This one's the best.
No, it's no question.
It's the best. Absolute best.
It's 3 All-Star game starters.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess the closest you could say is Teixeira, Kinsler, Mike Young, and Blaylock.
Yeah.
And that's got to be the next. That's the next group. I mean, there's no one. You don't go back to
A-Rod and Michael Young were in the same infield, weren't they?
But it wasn't really. Yeah, it wasn't yet when
they've always had good players, but not at the same time.
Never in. Yeah,
they had Pudge and Palmeiro.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it by position, they're not the best at their position ever.
You had Adrian Beltre. At
Jeff Burroughs was rookie of the year as a third baseman.
This is the best infield they've had at this point so far. And again, and like I say with all these things, because the Astros are not shit, but no Astros made the All-Star starters anyway. They've been 10 pounds of dookie in a 5-pound bag.
Well, and Ohtani hit his 14th home run of the month last night, and the Angels lost again.
But the Astros beat the shit out of the Cardinals. Houston's not going away, and there's tons of time left. I was kidding about Bochy getting fired, but Houston better get their shit together to make a wild card run, because right now Texas does not look like it's going to relinquish that lead.
I mean, even
big old sniff.
I think it'll be really interesting. The series that starts, well, I guess starts tonight and runs through what's the 30th, 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the third is Monday, right?
Yeah.
So this is the Rangers-Astros series, 4-game series right here before the Rangers go to Boston for July 4th.
Sports are kicking ass right now.
It's
a
going
good time to be a
weekend.
sportsman. All right, this also brought to you by longtime partner R&R Auto Glass. If you are ready to go get your glass fixture in your vehicle, look no further than R&R right there by the airport at 281 in Tacoma. Let's say you're going southbound at 281. You exit Tacoma, take a right, go right past the whatever the hell that seedy-ass porn shop is, and down there on the left-hand side, about a quarter mile, is the home of R&R Auto Glass. A couple of years ago, Rick and Janet bought out the guys that were next to them, blew the walls out, and expanded their shop in double the size. And boy, what a great idea that was. And they've just been inundated with business because they're great. And they're also Puro San Antonio, so you're donating money to the local economy. They're easily to find right there by the airport, so no matter what side of the city you live on, you can get to them. And don't forget to mention this fledgling YouTube show, this fledgling podcast.
Emphasis
is Taylor
on
Live.
fledgling.
Some days flailing, but today fledgling. Mention us and get a Taylor discount, a Taylor Especial. The only place to go get glass fixed in your cars in this town is at R&R Auto Glass. All right, what else can I promote before we move on? Pickles for dinner last night. So my girlfriend revealed a whole bunch of shocking, gross details about living with me, which was fun.
What was the
And
grossest?
we probably had our highest watched show yet.
What was the grossest detail she disclosed? I didn't have a chance to watch it.
That
yet.
I smell my balls.
Huh?
To see if I need to wash them. And I told her
How?
Reach down there and
Oh,
give it a
okay.
little sniff on the finger.
I was imagining you doing some kind of yoga position to get your nose down close enough and then wafting, like curling up on the bed, feet up in the air, and you're just down there wafting to
No, you
try
get
to
it off
get a
finger. Make sure, I need a shower today.
I think that is
She
a
doesn't think
sign
that's
of-
nice.
Yeah.
She'd like me to not do that.
Feels like that's a sign of some deeper trauma under the surface. That is. Yeah.
Redneck Mexican from Fort Worth. And, do I need to take a shower today?
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah, I guess I should.
I'll agree.
Don't act like you've never done that.
I don't intentionally stick my hand down there to gauge.
You play with yourself.
No, but there are times
Who
where
doesn't?
I'll, unzip to take a leak or something and just catch a random whiff and be like, "Whoa, all right, it's
This is the
time.
time.
It's time." Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Especially with the weather, the
our
way
dick
it
and
is
balls
now.
are like a soldier's rifle. You got to keep that thing maintained. A soldier's always handling his rifle. It's no difference.
No, you learn in base camp. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tear that thing down, clean it, put it back together.
This is my rifle. This is my gun.
Oh my God.
This is for life, and this is for fun. They're correlated.
So besides,
Well, they are.
Besides,
So go watch Pickles for dinner.
ball-related odors.
Girlfriend goes to great lengths to embarrass my ass in public.
Yeah, that's
It's a
unfortunate.
good show. All right, what else? What else today? David's in here with a technical question for the technical department.
Mail, motherfucker.
Hey, fellas, tried joining on the $4.99 option on Spotify yesterday. My info and credit card hit submit, nothing. Never got an acknowledgement, email, etc.
no.
Did it take?
Yeah, I already responded to David yesterday.
Oh, you did? Okay, we took care of David.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, for the time being, we don't have any content that's for subscribers on Spotify, so it's not. You can't subscribe to it. So I directed him to the other places, and he's already subscribed
cool.
there as well.
That a baby. So. Okay, cool. We're all newbies here to the everyday YouTube Spotify extravaganza.
Spotify subscriptions are coming soon. I'm working on it, but we gotta have content.
So we
first.
can do extra content for Spotify only too. Good lord.
Yeah, we'll put it on all of them.
That's too dangerous. It's got to be the same.
It'll be the same extra content across all the things.
Yeah, we start making like actual money. Like I can pay all of my bills. Maybe I'll do a bunch more content. I think we're doing fine. I want this to be organic. We're like Wembanyama in year one. We're cruising along here. We're good. We're talented, but let's not get overexposed.
Did y'all know Alan Arkin died
shout out
yesterday?
to David in Savannah, Georgia. It was David in Savannah. I hear that's a beautiful town. I did not know Alan Arkin died.
Yeah, I completely missed
Yesterday?
that. Apparently.
You know what that is? That's us not doing a daily radio show.
I guess it's this morning. It was early this morning.
We're not doing entertainment news much, unless there's a huge story that fits within what we're doing now.
Well,
There'll
and
come a
the
time.
10 o'clock start time, you don't have a chance to. Well, at least Puma doesn't have a chance to read the news of the day.
I didn't even know there was a perfect game thrown yesterday.
That was unbelievable.
I was watching the NHL draft. I was really plugged. Look, this Bertuzzi kid, the Stars took at 61. He's a 17-year-old winger. He's got some really high upside. Look at the Stars' last few second-round picks.
right.
That's Jason Robertson.
Okay.
That's Rope Hintz.
Okay.
It's the backbone of a first line, and that's a drop. And we'll get plenty of those. We'll pull all those, too.
El Harley 760. You can drop that 760 from your Twitter handle, El Harley, if you want to. Heard you boys mention Pecos the other day. The Pecos Eagles. Class in 1990 in here. Pecos Eagles. West Texas, bitches. Yeah, I just like to say the word Pecos. I don't say
very Texas.
Pecos. Pecos. Pecos, Pucas, Pecos. All right, before we leave, I just want to give a quick shout out to the great Norm Hitzges. So Norm, and not a ton of our viewers even know who the hell Norm is. He's one of the guys that did radio in the Metro Sex where me and Puma grew up, starting in the 80s.
He's a GOAT.
He is, yeah. I listened mostly to Randy Galloway, but again, I've mentioned Mike Fisher, who is now my boss, which is insane, at Sports Illustrated. Mike Fisher and Norm Hitzges were the first two sports talk radio hosts that I ever heard because my dad listened to them on 570 KLIF.
Same.
And Norm did radio for 48 years in the Metro Sex. He just retired. I'll do that.
A lot of retirements in the industry these days.
And then they made this big hullabaloo at the Ticket in Dallas about Norm's departure, which was absolutely deserved. And then the Monday after his last show, he announced, "Hi, Norm here. My new podcast called Just Wondering debuts September the 4th.
I'm just wondering.
What the hell? Airs 5 days a week, sports, lifestyle, travel with my wife, Mary, philosophy, stories, whatever. More coming soon." So Norm retires only to start a full-time podcast. I mean, it kind of makes me think I did the right thing. You know? Just saying. Not that I'll never get back to corporate radio.
That's the name of the podcast.
Just saying. No.
Just saying.
Now, he's 78 years old.
Oh, no, his was just asking, was it? What did you
No,
just say?
just wondering.
Just wondering.
Yeah. Norm's in
enough.
his late 70s. I'm not saying I'll never get back to corporate radio.
You take more afternoon naps than he does, though. I guarantee it.
Well, hopefully I'll live longer than Norm. But
I'm not going to send you the article I saw.
I found it funny that Norm retires on Friday and announces a new online podcast on Monday.
Funny how that works.
I mean, if you've got enough people that will follow you, it's at least worth doing it, at least as a side hustle. Although, like right now, this is very much a side hustle. It's the only hustle I've got right now, but so it's my full-time
What are you
job.
talking about? You're
a writer.
You're 5 days out of the week. You're posting articles.
Yeah. I'm just out here hustling, baby. I'm out here taking these chances.
You cannot
so bitch,
sing
why you
hustling.
tripping? Bitch, why you tripping? I'm taking these chances.
Right at the sternum this time.
We're done.
You already know.
I think we're done. All right, so man, have a good ass weekend. Shout out to Hal and Shannon, who, by the way, if Puma starts beating us all down with this thing, thank you, Hal and Shannon. They're to blame. Seriously, thank you guys very much for buying us the El Gato drop machine.
Seriously made my weekend.
Kevin Ronaldo at the Ringer Pub off Thousand Oaks and Jones Maltzberger. We'll be there on August the 15th with the first of 5 shows. But we should all agree to go drink some beers there before August the 18th. That's too long away. And shout out to Hank the Realtor up in Bernie, Texas. Hank. The new official realtor who jumped on board this week. Love you hard. Love you hard, Hank.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Go, Hank. Well, let me hear that.
Come on now, Hank.
Holy God. And shout out to Janet and Rick at R&R Auto Glass and all the Thunderdumbers. It's been another titular day on Mike Taylor Live. Love y'all hard. See you Monday. See you Monday at 10 a.m.
Oh, come back, you puppy.